All righty. So what we're going to do is we are going to review the SPY trade that we ended up taking today live in Team Bull. This was a beautiful trade. Told everybody that my main area, I mean, we've talked about this level for, I don't know how many weeks. It's been like a month that we've been talking about this, but this 429.61 area has been key. Now, the way that I found this 429.61 area is simply by looking at the higher time frame, right? The weekly time frame. You can even see it on the monthly time frame. If we take the all-time high at 480 down to the low point right here at 348, which we bounced off of the 50% retracement right here, right? That was the bottom. If we take the high down to that bottom, we have this reject point at 429.61, and then we also had another one at 414. That ended up hitting a while ago. As you see over here, we started having price action, rejection, 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 and then it flushed. So now we made our way up to 61.8. 61.8 is a very important fib level. So as we're coming up to it, that's why it's been very important. So as we see on Monday, the very first time that we came up and tested this level, we had a misprint right into it. This, I don't know if it was a misprint or just news, but pretty much got very close to that level and then flushed. And then when we actually hit it for real, rejection, 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 flush, right? So the 61.8 was a very key level going into today. I like this from 429.60 or 429.61 if you want to be if you want to do it to the penny, but I liked it from here all the way up to 430. Reason I like 430, psychological area of resistance, intervals of 5, 425, 430, 435, 440, etc. are psychological areas of support and resistance, right? So that's why I wanted to watch from 429.6 all the way up into 430. Now, that's how I found this level, was that higher time frame fib level. Now, if we head on over to ES, at the same time, we had 30-minute supply up in this level as well, or up in this area. So if we go to the 30-minute time frame, I have a video on my YouTube channel showing you guys on how to find supply and demand. But you can see that we have this basing candle right here before this huge sell-off right down here. This is 30-minute supply. There are orders right here that have not been filled. So as we see, when price came up into the area, this is supply, it's resistance. Right? We don't want to be looking to buy calls in resistance. If we head on over to NQ, same exact thing, except on the 1 hour. There was 1 hour supply. So if we look at NQ, we go to the 1 hour. What do we see? Basing candle before a huge flush down. So we have ES entering supply, we have NQ entering supply, and we have SPY hitting the 61.8. What is that set up for? A very high probability reject. Also on the watch list today, I told everybody to watch, because I didn't see this until later in the day, but I told everybody to watch Meta at this 274 area for a reject. That thing smacked, if you guys caught it. This 1 minute candle right here confirmed it. Break through, reclaim the opposite side, very heavy volume, confirms the entry short. Unfortunately, I did not catch that, but if you did, congrats. Now with this SPY trade, right, as price started coming up into that 61.8 and getting close, I actually started a position before we actually tapped that 61.8. The reason why I started the position a little earlier was because ES was entering that supply zone right here. And you can see that we got a high volume sell-off, okay, volume sell-off, and then another sell-off right here. So I was seeing these wicks right here. I was like, okay, I'll try a position right here just in case it doesn't want to hit the 61.8 and then it starts coming down, right? Then as SPY came up and actually pretty much tapped that 61.8, that's when we got short again, or added to the position. That's when I announced the trade. Then from there, as price kind of just sat here, came back up, I added again, right? So multiple different adds. The stop loss was if we started trading above 429.75 in this scenario. So yeah, and then the stop loss was literally if we started breaking above like 429.75. I will take that risk any day of the week. right? All it has to do is start trading above there. That's my invalidation point. That's how we identify our stop losses. No, I'm not. I'm done trading, right? 1 to 2 trades a day is all you need. My cutoff time is typically around 11 o'clock. I have no reason to trade today now. I'm all done. That was the entire rationale behind the trade. And literally, we were able to catch this thing all the way pretty much back down into the low day, obviously taking profits on the way down. Unfortunately, I didn't think that we were going to keep flushing like this. But I mean, we still caught a good chunk of the trade. Remember, as traders, we are never, ever going to catch the entire move. Yeah, it sucks looking at it afterwards, but if we just zoom in, right? Say you literally got in at the very top right here at 950 at 429.6. And price moves all the way down into the low day on this candle right here at 10 o'clock, right? Pretty much back down into the low day at 10 o'clock. Is anybody going to complain about that move? Now, in hindsight, again, this is after the fact. Sure, we continue to sell off, but we're never going to know if this can continue. Because the way that we were reacting right here, I truly thought that it was going to try to bounce and come back up here. But that's why we slowly start trimming off our position and then moving the stop losses. That's the best thing that we can do as traders. Like, we could bounce right here. We have no idea. But all you got to do is follow your plan, which was to reject at 429.6, slowly trim as the position moves in your favor, and then identify where you would ideally like to fully exit your position. And then you can look for more setups. But that is still a beautiful trade. 429.6 all the way down into 428.4. It's a $1.20 move in 15 minutes if you bought it right here. Yeah, that was the entire reasoning behind the trade. Pretty straightforward. ES was in supply, NQ was in supply, SPY was hitting the 61.8. Beautiful trade.